What's up, man? It's Mr. Truth here, man. Man, let me say this one thing, bro. Had to have the shades on for this one. I had to take them off, though. Let me say this one thing, bro. Only hang with people that's on your level. Especially financially. Especially. You know. Mentally, especially too. Just try to make sure, you hang with somebody that's on your level, bro. Because a person that's not on your level is constantly trying to bring you down, bro. Constantly trying to bring you down. And to me, having a car or whatever is not a big deal. Because everybody got a fucking car. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got feet in an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Of course, there's gonna be one dumb motherfucker like, hey man, everybody don't got feet. You know, of course, there's a dumb motherfucker like that, bro. Everybody don't got eyes. Everybody don't got ears, brother. Something dumb. On this stupid motherfucker was just throw that shit out there. Knowing 90% or 99 to 100% of people got eyes and fucking feet and fucking eyes and fucking ears. But there's always that dumb motherfucker. Alright. What I'm saying is, man, I'm up there talking or whatever. And I know these dudes is well, they're in my vicinity. And I'll be just trying to make my money back. That's what it is. But I ain't gonna lie. I'll be trying to make my money back. But it's at a cost because you're sacrificing your time. You sacrifice your energy to be around these people. And you really just can't, be around them, bro. You can't help them. You can't be around them. You can't have a conversation with them. You can't talk to them. You really can't. These people are just trash, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They don't want to better themselves. They don't want to help themselves do nothing. They don't want to be nothing in life. Only thing they want to do is take from another person. Take energy from another person. They lazy bums. You get what I'm saying? Just want to sit around, get drunk, get high, whatever. They don't want to, further themselves in life. They didn't gave up. They didn't gave in to the devil and said, fuck it. I just going to, sit around all day and do nothing. And I guess that's why people join gangs, man. I guess that's why people join these gangs, because a real person or a real man stands on his own 2 feet, bro. You know what I'm saying? He stands on his own 2 feet, bro. I mean, there's nothing wrong with coming together for a positive purpose, but a gang is not positive. A gang is negative. A gang is garbage. A gang is just trying to tear you down and take from another person. This is what you call bums. This is what you call users. Shiftless. And every time I have a run-in with a so-called gang member, they're just bums, man. They always broke, and they always looking to try to use you or get over, man. And it's better off you just being by yourself, man. And the sad thing is, man, because where I live at, I talk to people, I walk through, I speak back, but I'm about to just start speaking to motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just stop speaking, period. That's it. I'm just start speaking to these dudes, bro. That's, I ain't gonna get no conversation out of me. And I like that I want you this because I always learn lessons, bro. I always learn, I love learning lessons, not gonna lie, bro. I love learning to better myself and to help other people that's love God and trying to do the right thing and try to live their life, to give them advice to live better, so it could be easier for them. That's the main thing with me. This is what this is why I do what I do, and this is what the Most High wanted me to do. He wants you to preach the gospel, man, and whoever accepts it. But we're in a time right now where as though it pretty much you gotta preach online, bro. You pretty much gotta preach online. Unless you outside, like the Hebrews are like standing and you just talking to the wind. And that's in the Bible too. I'm preaching to the wind. Whoever ear catches, dead in the catches. But yeah, man, I'm just looking at, these sad people, man, and they're really cursed, bro. They really cursed with bad luck. And if I noticed that every time I hung, be in the vicinity of somebody or hung around them for a certain amount of time, be in their vicinity for a certain amount of time, I'll start to get bad luck. Stuff start to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, this dude energy is so bad and so demonic that you don't even gotta be around them for a long time. You just be around them for a little bit, having a conversation with them, and it'll start to affect you. Because they so negative and they can only speak negative. They can only argue, fuss. They can't have a positive conversation without arguing and fussing. They can't just, hey, bud, let's have a conversation. Everything has got to be an argument and fun. It's no just serious conversation and upbuilding. It's just never going to happen with goofies. It's these goofy, they don't want shit. These gang-stalking goofies, it's crazy, bro. And you just trying to get your stuff together. You ain't even doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even doing all that. I'm just trying to get my life, together where I want it, where I can feel comfortable and don't have to worry about certain things. I hate worrying about, just money problems, bro. Just people problems, money problems. It just so goofy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not becoming. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad, bro. It's just so sad to see people out here that just want to lay around and do nothing. What is your purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, you at least go to McDonald's and flip some fries or something. At least they making money. At least they, have a job. But these niggas don't want to do nothing, man. I work, how many jobs I work, bro? I worked at Papa John's. I worked at fucking Popeyes. I ain't gonna lie, I worked there one day, bro. I left because they were trying to play games and shit, corny ass niggas. I left that same day. Playing games. You grown ass man playing games and shit. I'm trying to get to the money and leave. Nigga won't play. I worked at Amazon. I worked at Kohl's. I worked at JCPenney Warehouse. I worked at Tesco Technology. I work at, I think I said Dunkin' Donuts. I work at Papa John's. Bro, I was always a hustler, bro. When I was younger, I used to pitch quarters and nickels, nigga. I used to go out and when I was younger, I used to go to the market and carry bags. You know what I'm saying? I'm 7 years old, bro. 10 years old, carrying bags. Hey, bro. Hey, miss, you need some help carrying your bag to the car? You gave me a couple dollars, bro. By the time the end of the day, I had about $40, bro, in my pocket as a 10-year-old, whatever, how old I was, bro. Everybody around me was hustling. I never met niggas like these before, bro. I'm from Baltimore, bro. I know, Baltimore some hustlers. Niggas haters down there too, but in Baltimore, bro, I'm talking about niggas is hustler, bro. Just like in New York, East Coast, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people not hustlers down the South, because I was down Charlotte, North Carolina for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was down there. I'm in Texas right now. And it's people that's getting to the bag. But there's a lot of bum ass niggas down here too that's begging and just want to set you up and line you up. And these dudes is the saddest, most pathetic people I ever saw in my life, man. Always wanted somebody in a hand or something. Always trying to get something easy. Ain't nothing easy in this motherfucking life, bro. Ain't nothing going to be handed to you. Nothing. You going to have to work for everything. You going to have to work for everything, bro. When you was a baby, you had to work to learn how to walk. Your mother had to teach you how to eat. You had to work for it. You had to learn how to wash your ass. That's work. Everything work. You had to walk over some steps. That's work. Getting up, cleaning up your room is work. Cleaning up your apartment, cleaning up your house is work. Driving is work. Everything is work. You can't escape it. Your body wasn't meant to just sit around and do nothing. If you notice, if you just stand around and do nothing, your body actually gets tired and go to sleep. It's like a computer. It goes in sleep mode if you just stand around and doing nothing. I remember when I was a security guard, man. You gonna have to move around. That still worked because you stand up. But if you sitting down, man, just sitting there, you'll start nodding off, going to sleep. Because your body's not meant to just sit there and do nothing. You gotta have to get up, walk around, do something. But these motherfuckers want to just do nothing and get paid for it. And try to stop your progress. Because these are sad, pathetic pieces of garbage. It's sad, man. I'm glad my father raised me like he raised me, but I'm not gonna let my father ain't, he never wanted to give me shit. My mother wanted to spoil me. And my father always say, stop spoiling that boy. And my mother, your mother is the one that's going to get you stuff, and your father is the one that's supposed to be the belt in the household. He's supposed to be the discipline. And I'm glad that my father raised me like that, bro. He raised me hardcore and barely gave me any money. He's like, bro, he used to tell me, man, you better get a job every chance you get. And the other thing he used to tell me, my friend's going to wind up dead in the jail. And I know y'all done heard that from y'all fucking parents and y'all mother or y'all father. And if y'all didn't hear that, your mother and your father is a failure. And your mother and father is ratchet and ghetto. If you didn't, your mother didn't tell you that your friends ain't your friends. Your friends a lot of your friends is your enemies and they hate you. Your parents didn't tell you that they're failures. And they failed you. Point blank period, man. Man, this is the truth, man. I just had to get that out, man. I was a little upset, man, because I was about to go off on a nigga, man. I was about to beat the brakes on this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had to just put the nigga out my crib, bro. Because if not, he would have went to the hospital, bro. I guarantee it, bro. He would have went to the hospital. I probably would have got put out of the apartment and all that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this Mr. Truth out, man. And yeah, that's it, man. Just stay on your level, bro. Make sure you stay on your level, bro. That's it. Just stay to yourself. And if you do associate with people, make sure they're on your level and they not trying to look for a come up or use you for a come up for, anything. Period. It's the truth out, man.